This conference will now be recorded.
Excellent. Welcome everyone to the June 18th meeting of the Montachusett Metropolitan Planning Organization. This meeting is called to order. Brian, can you please call the roll?
We have Derek Schuster here from Mass DOT representing Secretary and CEO Monica Tibbetts-Nutt.
Here.
Sarah Bradbury from Mass DOT Highway representing Jonathan Gulliver.
Here.
Mark Piamarini, Leominster.
Here.
Laura Schifrin, MRPC.
Here.
George Gahali, Mart.
Present.
And I see just one subregion representative. That's subregion 2, and I see Abby Arpano.
Here.
And Brian Callahan, I see you too. You're the alternate. So we do have a quorum, and I'll also recognize our ex officio members present. Bob Swartz, our chair of the JTC.
All right. Welcome everyone. Thank you. Next item on today's agenda is public comments. Do we have any members from the public wishing to make comment at this time? If so, please use the React raise hand feature. All right, seeing and hearing none, if anyone from the public does have comments during today's MPO board meeting, please use the raise hand feature and the chair will call on you. Next item on today's agenda is approval of the May 21st, 2025 meeting minutes. I believe Brian had shared this with meeting materials. Does anyone have any recommended changes at this time to the minutes from last month's meeting? All right, seeing and hearing none, could we please have a motion and second to approve the meeting minutes from May 21st?
Laura Schifrin to approve May 21st, 2025 minutes.
George Kahale, second.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, George. Brian, when you're ready, please call the roll.
Derek Schuster, Mass DOT.
Yes.
Sarah Bradbury, Mass DOT Highway.
Yes.
Mark Piamarini, Leominster.
Yes.
Laura Schifrin, MRPC.
Yes.
George Gahali, Mart.
Yes.
Abby Arpano, subregion 2.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, moving on. Next item today is Federal Fiscal Year 25 to 29 Transportation Improvement Program. I believe we have a couple proposed actions. Go ahead, Brian.
Yep, I can take those. And we have 2 proposed actions today. We have an amendment and an adjustment. First, I'll go over the amendment. You can see it's summarized on this sheet here. It includes 4 different projects. These are all on the highway side. In fact, all in the statewide section in 2025. So there's no need to worry about fiscal constraint within the region. So what we're looking for is to release this for a 21-day public comment period. If the board wishes to do so, that comment period will plan on June 20th through Friday, July 11th. We'll come back in July and vote to endorse this. So the projects involved, first off, there will be a cost increase to project 610659 in Sterling. That project is currently listed at $2,105,131. The new value would be $2,899,340. Cost increase of nearly $800,000. And the reason for that cost increase is changes identified during the environmental review process. Both Mass Department of Environmental Protection and the Army Corps have identified changes during that process, and also just general updated unit prices used in these bid estimates. The remaining 3 projects in this amendment are all Leominster. They're all new additions and all related to the flooding event that took place there September of 2023. So they were awarded funding at multiple locations. You can see them listed on this chart. Include bridge rehab on Mechanic Street over Monoosnock Brook, culvert repair and retaining wall replacement at 2 separate locations, and a culvert replacement at Pleasant Street, Colburn Street. So again, this is proposed amendment number 3. We'd like to release this for public comment period. starting this coming Friday, June 20th, and ending Friday, July 11th. So we'll be looking for a motion to release this.
Thank you, Brian. Are there any questions about the tip amendment as presented by Brian? All right, seeing and hearing none. Brian, just quick question. Is the MPO planning to meet in July? There have been a series of MPOs that had quorum concerns, so they've been releasing any tip amendments this month for a conditional approval after 21-day public review if no adverse comments are received during the public comment period. And if that's something that this board wants to do, you're welcome to release a motion as such. Otherwise, we can just do a traditional public comment period and meet in July.
So first off, I don't think any controversial changes are being proposed here. So I think that would be appropriate. We hadn't discussed the July meeting. We did discuss with the JTC the possibility of skipping the July meeting, which is relevant because we typically use that meeting to review this project, these amendments, excuse me. So I don't see a problem with that. We can still release it for a comment period and conditionally endorse it. If anything pops up, we can convene a meeting, or we can have the July meeting. I was going to recommend at the under administrative matters the possibility of going every other month at some point. Maybe we just do that in August. So it's really up to members. I would also note that I believe the Sterling project's due to go to in July, so it is important to wrap this up in July.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. What do board members think? Do you have any preference for the conditional approval with the release or not?
Mr. Chair, Laura Schifrin, MRPC.
Yeah, Laura.
Just letting you know that MRPC is not meeting in July, so they've also skipped it. And I would have no objection to the conditional approval if no detrimental comments come in.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments? All right, well, would someone like to make the motion to release amendment number 3 for 21-day public comment with conditional approval pending no adverse comments received either by the public or the Montachusett JTC?
I'll make that motion, Mark Demerini.
Laura Schifrin, second.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Laura. Brian, when you're ready, please call the roll.
Okay, Derek Schuster, Mass DOT.
Yes.
Sarah Bradbury, Mass DOT Highway.
Yes.
Mark Pammarini, Leominster.
Yes.
Laura Schifrin, MRPC.
Yes.
George Kahali, Mart.
Yes.
And Abby Arpano, Subregion 2.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And I believe we have a transit tip adjustment as well.
Yeah, yep, we do. So this is an adjustment. No need for a comment period for this. This is just an administrative matter, more or less, but needs to be reviewed with the MPO before the change is made. This will correct an error basically that originated when entering the project into the system. So this is in regards to the ADA operating assistance project on the transit side in 2025. You can see the correction within the table. Basically, the change in value will reflect an overall decrease of $485,000. Again, this was just more or less entered wrong, and that's the need for the adjustment. There's no comment period that's necessary with these adjustments. Just needs to be run by the board and approved.
Thank you. Any questions for Brian or Mark on this proposed adjustment? Seeing and hearing none, could we please have a motion to approve adjustment number, is this 5?
Yes.
Adjustment number 5.
That's so moved.
Second, Laura Schifrin.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Laura. When you're ready, Brian, please call the roll.
Derek Schuster, Mass DOT.
Yes.
Sarah Bradbury, Mass DOT Highway.
Yes.
Mark Pamarini, Leominster.
Yes.
Laura Schifrin, MRPC.
Yes.
George Kahali, Mart.
Yes.
And Abby Arpano, Subregion 2.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, everyone. All right, next item on today's agenda is the Federal Fiscal Year 2026 Unified Planning Work Program. Who's presenting on this?
So this will be Sherry.
Go ahead, Sherry.
Yep, that'll be me. Brian, do you have the handout for the comments? All right, perfect. All right, so as you know, the draft UPWP has been out for public comment. That started May 23rd and ended back on June 13th. So during that time, we received one comment from Mass DOT. Overall, the comments were fairly light, so we didn't have to make any major changes or substance to the document. But the first comment was kind of regarding the table of contents and other links not being accessible or like clickable. Turns out that the document was fine, but when we created the PDF, it somehow didn't carry over. So that was a pretty easy fix. And the second comment was requesting that we make a few adjustments to some language and references so that they better align with some of the latest federal guidance. So we went through the document and removed or altered some references to Title VI and environmental justice where it was appropriate. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward. The comments were helpful. I really enjoy the table, Derek, that MassDOT uses for the comments. I think it's really easy to understand. So I always like to plug that when I can. But does anyone else have any comments or questions about MassDOT's comments or our responses? No, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, great. So I guess other than that, we're just looking for a motion to endorse the document as a final document.
All right, thank you, Sherry. Were there any other questions or comments at this time on the 2026 Unified Planning Work Program as presented? Seeing and hearing none, could we please have a motion to approve the FFY 26 Unified Planning Work Program for the Montachusett region?
Laura Schifrin, I so move.
Thank you, Laura.
Josh Kahale, second.
Thank you, George. Motion has been made and seconded. Brian, please call the roll.
Derek Schuster, Mass DOT.
Yes. Yes, and great work.
Sarah Bradbury, Mass DOT Highway.
Yes.
Mark Pamarini, Leominster.
Yes.
Laura Schifrin, MRPC.
Yes.
George Kahali, Mart.
Yes.
Abby Arpano, Subregion 2.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. Next item is updates from different parties. Sarah, I guess we'll start with you. I don't know if Laura or anyone's here from D2, but we can start with
Sure.
D3.
I was just going to do 2025. I don't think there are any D2 projects.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Just going down the list. Leominster is an AC project. The notice to proceed was issued in December. Harvard resurfacing was moved off of 2025. Hubbardston was advertised May 25th with bids anticipated to open June 24th. Sterling, as we just amended, is at PSNE, and there's some right-of-way certs that need to be issued. Oh, no, the right-of-way cert was issued, and we're just waiting for the tip amendment. The Gardner Elm Street resurfacing Safe Routes to School was advertised March 29th and was awarded to Amarillo on May 20th. The Twin City Rail Trail was advertised last year, but the notice to proceed was issued in December for ET&L. And I think that's it for 2025. Any questions?
I'm not seeing any. Thank you, Sarah.
Yep.
Do we have someone from MART on the call? Any updates? George?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I don't have any new update.
Okay, thank you. Anyone from Montachusett JTC?
Yeah, I can give an update on that. JTC met last week, reviewed the UPWP, and I guess we should have mentioned that they did recommend approval or endorsement by the MPO. It's a few items I'll go over. First off, we sent this memo out in April. Every year we send this out to mayors, select boards, and planning boards to appoint somebody to attend the JTC. So we're asking those back by June 30th, and that is to serve on the board from July 1st through June 30th, 2026. So I just sent out a reminder on these last week. This is just a heads up. And also, we have undertaken the process of nominating our officers this year. Next time JTC meets, we'll officially vote on this slate. Which is the current slate that we have. Bob Swartz, chair from Gardner, Travis Condon from North Central Mass Chamber of Commerce as vice chair, and Beth Faxon from Townsend as secretary. That is first order of business at our next meeting. Tentatively scheduled for August. However, I believe we will have a July 9th meeting as per our public participation plan to review this TIP amendment. So that will be scheduled for July 9th. I'll send out the notices to members about that meeting in July.
Thank you for that summary, Brian. Any questions from or for the JTC? All right. And do we have any updates from MRPC?
I'll just second what Laura mentioned. We won't have a meeting in July, so our next meeting is scheduled for August 7th at 7 p.m. Remotely.
All right. Thank you, everyone. For administrative matters, I think for our next MPO meeting, as we discussed, so long as there are no adverse comments received on the two TIP actions, unless any other TIP actions or other time-sensitive items come up, it doesn't sound like we're planning to meet in July. But I think Brian will notify everyone a week in advance of the scheduled meeting time to confirm that in case any comments are received on those TIP actions, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And I was going to remind everyone that this time of year we're fulfilled our federal obligations with the reporting of the UPWP and the TIP and other things. Typically, what we opt to do is, barring any official actions, say an amendment, so on and so forth, we go every other month, for the remainder of the summer into the fall. I was going to throw that out there to skip the July meeting. Often people are off the week of the 16th, which it would be scheduled. And the next meeting would be in August, which would fall on August 20th.
All right.
And if anything comes up, I'll reach out to everybody.
Thank you, Brian. Any other administrative matters? Seeing and hearing none, could we please have a motion to adjourn?
Mark Pimmerini, I'll make that motion.
I second.
Thank you. I was worried you guys wanted to stick around longer. I enjoy your company too. Without objection, we are adjourned. Thank you all. Have an excellent
Bye.
time off, hopefully.
Thank you.